When do we start? Oh, all right. Oh. Howdy, y'all. Thanks for coming down here. It's Terry Klein, Thomm Jutz, and I'm Walt, and glad to be back in one of the greatest rooms to play. I'm a soul survivor and a Sunday driver, tiger on Saturday night, and I'm not done roaring yet. And as for regret, I keep it out of sight. It's not like I'm old, but I've seen some road and no one can take that away. I look back at the miles sometimes between midnight and day. I've been on the bus with Willie, and I hung out with Mickey Newberry. I survived Music Row. I met John Henry Fox. Y'all, I heard Wendell Berry talk, and I'm amazed by the poets I know. And this life that I live is mostly a gift from these songs I play, and they have been fine companions between midnight and day. Between midnight and day, when the colors and the noise fade away and the voices gather. Between midnight and day. When the hands meet up at 12 and I'm alone with myself, and the angels and the ghosts become more real, these spirits that are with me in these darkest hours, they give me the freedom to feel. And when sunlight sweeps the sky, fills my eyes, and I'm up and I'm on my way. I'm grateful for the hours between midnight and day. I'm grateful for the quarter turn between midnight and day. All right, we're off. I would say nothing bad can happen, but just a few months ago, I was playing this really cool place in New Hampshire, this beautiful meadow in the fall. It was like a postcard. It looked so beautiful, a couple hundred people out. And I said, man, nothing bad can happen today. And then 2 songs later, a guy in center field is standing there. He just fell over, and ambulance came. He was okay. Good. He was okay, but I learned to say nothing bad can happen because we don't know. We don't know.
We don't. That song has kept me company on the road a fair bit because the weekend we met, you gave me a copy of your really like masterclass CD, A Good Ramble. which is, if you don't have it, get it. It's just a
Yeah, get it today. That would help.
yes. It's a brilliant compilation of Walt songs. And so you gave it to me, and I was like, yes. And then I left it in the rent-a-car.
Ah, well,
And
Walt Wilkins Enterprises, we were replaced.
so here's what happened. I didn't do that. What I did is, Richard Scantz had the record store, the Lone Star Records down in San Marcos. I ordered it from him,
Oh, you didn't have to do that.
and he sent it to Boston. And so
Oh.
that is how I listen to that. But I'm gonna play the tune that I played for you that first weekend that we met. That kind of set us on our merry way.
Please.
Well, I stand on a battered limestone wall, trying to keep a grip on my nerves. I've been up here as long as I can recall, forsaken by the masters I still serve. On my best days I remain unsure that I can be your watchman anymore. Well, this cold wind is too bitter for me, cuts through my coat and straight into my bones. I stare out at the wild and angry sea and shift my weight atop these ancient stones. I'm weary of this unforgiving show, and I can't be your watchman anymore. I'm gonna keep these torch fires burning and try to stay awake. This outpost ain't my prison, and to die here ain't my fate. It was a just and worthy cause. I have to say that I have had my fill, so I'm handing off these burdens I have borne, and I won't be a watchman. No, I won't be a watchman. No, I won't be your watchman. Hey, hey, anymore.
So nice to be here. It's been a long time since I've played here. Played here one time with Mary Gaucher when I was her guitar player, and then with Kim Ritchie a couple of years ago, 10 years ago probably. But tonight is really special. The first night I ever spent in the United States was in Houston. I was born in the Black Forest of Germany. I was raised by wolves. And when I was 11 years old, I heard the great Bobby Bare sing on a TV show. He sang a song called Detroit City, and another one called Pour Me Another Tequila, Sheila, and Lay Down and Love Me Again. And when you're 11 going on 12, that's a very, very powerful message. And but something switched in my little kid's soul that day, and I knew that I wanted to play that music. And I started playing guitar the next day and learned that people were making that kind of music in Nashville, and so eventually moved there and been there for a quarter of a century. And Walt was still in Nashville when I was just when I just got there, and I saw him many Tuesday nights on Elliston Place at the Exit Inn, and so it's cool to be. It's so nice to be back here, and it's nice to be here with Terry. Terry and I made a couple of records together in Nashville, and it feels really good to be here. This is a song that I wrote with Tammy Rogers. She plays the fiddle in a band called the Steel Drivers, and her brother Scott is here tonight, so this is for Scott and for Tammy. I've been thinking about old railroads running through Virginia in the rain, the pistons and the steam, I've seen them in my dreams. My mind's been stuck on those old trains. Ooh. Ride, let me ride. Everybody lining up 4 miles to see Abe Lincoln's coffin roll on by. Dignified and slow, they watched that engine roll. It must have been a wonder to behold. Ooh. Ride, let me ride. Ooh. Ride, let me ride. I've been thinking about old railroads, but I don't really know how to explain. I'm bound to board a plane, but that ain't near the same. My mind's been stuck on those old trains. Ooh. Ride, let me ride. Ooh. Ride, let me ride.
Sometimes I've done this a long time, and as we have, and some nights you're trading songs and it's not like this, and you kind of start to think about other things, you know, like baseball or God. This is not going to be one of those nights. This is just I'm in the whole time. It's great.
Man, I've just been thinking about the soccer. Have you guys been thinking about
Oh
soccer?
yeah, yeah. While you were playing. That's good. That's how good you are. Alan, I'll take a little bit of everything, guitars and vocals, of my compadres. Here's one of several love songs I wrote to Nashville in the years I was there. It's called Get Me Gone. coming around in the pitch black dark, big old hole right through my heart, waiting on the first sweet side of dawn. I never found any sacred ground in this God-forsaken town. Won't you give me some light, good Lord, get me gone. Get me gone like a shooting star, just as fast and just as far. Gone like the long-lost love in a country song. Gone like whiskey, gone like rope, straight out of here like wind-blown smoke. Won't you give me something like good Lord, get me gone. I left a good woman I really loved for the arms of Lady Luck. Now luck's kiss is cold and bitter on my tongue. So warm the marrow in these bones, and while you got your big light on, shine it on the road home and get me gone. Get me gone like a shooting star, just as fast and just as far. Gone like the long-lost love in a country song. Gone like whiskey, gone like rope, straight out of here like wind-blown smoke. Won't you give me some light, good Lord, get me gone for. Get me gone like a shooting star, just as fast, just as far. Gone like the long-lost love in a country song. Gone like whiskey, gone like rope, straight out of here like wind-blown smoke. Won't you give me some light, good Lord, get me gone. Won't you give me some light, good Lord, get me gone. Thank you. I was a #1 bluegrass song in America for 2 weeks one time. I put all my bluegrass money in an envelope. I've been saving it for real estate.
Who recorded that?
Balsam Range.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm going to sing a love note I wrote to Austin.
Wow.
And it's about Austin. It's not about me. Mostly. I saw a minivan today cruising down Airport Boulevard. It had a bumper sticker on it. It said I used to be cool. And I drove past that dive they tore down. Now it's just a hole in the ground. But nobody went there anymore. So what can you do? Time is a bitch, or maybe a bastard, doesn't matter which. I had a feeling deep in my bones. I forget what it was though. I must be getting old. I used to be cool. I used to be cool. Used to be cool. this town were a bird, it'd be a glossy black grackle for sure, stealing your sandwich and acting the fool. If this town were a car, it'd be a white Sienna minivan with a cracked axle and a bumper sticker. Said I used to be cool. Oh, time is a thief. Time and me, we have beef. I had a feeling deep in my bones. I forget what it was though. I must be getting old. I used to be cool. I used to be cool. Used to be cool. I used to be cool. I used to be cool. Used to be cool.
Thanks. That's cool. I remember when we recorded that. That was fun. This is a song about Jimmy Rogers. I'm a big Jimmy Rogers fan. Not all the songs have something to do with Rogers, by the way. Don't think that. You know, he knew he wanted it so bad. He wanted so bad to be an entertainer and be successful. And he had TB, and he knew he didn't have long. And then in 1927, he recorded in Bristol, and the next 6 years before he passed away, he did more than most people ever did can do in a long life. But anyway, I wrote this song with a buddy of mine called Charlie Steffel, and we wrote it about 15 years ago. And we pitched it 15 years ago to Del McCoury, a great bluegrass artist, one of the last guys who sang with Bill Monroe. I think he and Peter Rowan might be the only two left. But anyway, we never heard anything back till about a year ago, and we just got an email saying Del cut this song, and that's a great honor. But it's a great lesson about Nashville. All you have to do is write a song and wait for 14 years, and then things will turn out great. He started as a water boy on his daddy's railroad gang. He loved to listen to the way the old black blues would sing. The magic rubbed off on him. He was picking his guitar, wrote songs about the southern skies and the windswept prairie stars, and he dreamed about the day when all the folks would know his name on that New Orleans and Northeastern Jimmy Rogers road train. Had to quit the railroad when he caught that old TB, but he heard about a record man in Bristol, Tennessee. August 27th, man, it was a roaring time, but the Great Depression changed the world in 1929, and he entertained the people, and it helped them with their pain. Traveling across the country, Jimmy sang about old love letters the day before he died. The last blue yodel sounded like a lonesome whistle crying. Somewhere down below Mason-Dixon line, the singing brakeman was about to cake his long last drive when he was running out of track through the Mississippi rain. Back home to Meridian, Jimmy Rogers rode a train when he was running out of track through the Mississippi rain. Back home to Meridian, Jimmy Rogers rode a train.
Then I'll do a train song. I wrote this with Danny Flowers.
Oh man.
Yeah. You hear that train whistle blow, and I wonder where she's going, steady rolling. The fading blue light, I've never asked her for a ride, but tonight I might. I watch those ancient boxcar signs, destinations I'd love to find. They keep calling to. All I do is fight. I've never thought about leaving, but tonight I might. I wanna wake up in the morning somewhere around the bend, leave this old town without warning, start my life again. I wanna ramble down the track with a simple set of dreams. I ain't never looking back till I get just what I need. I never thought about tomorrow, but tonight I'm. start my life again. I wanna ramble down the track with a simple set of dreams. I ain't never looking back till I get just what I need. I never thought about leaving, but tonight I might. I never thought about tomorrow, but tonight I'm not. Tonight I'm not. Tonight I just might.
Train songs.
Yeah, man.
As some of you in here know, I'm a recovering lawyer. I practiced for 15 years in Boston, Massachusetts until June of 2016. And for the first half of 2016, I was slowly ramping down going into the office. And for many years, I'd ridden the commuter rail train in from the suburbs into South Station in Boston. And when you do that, you ride past the Arnold Arboretum, which is a beautiful tree-filled, meadow-filled, just gorgeous piece of property in Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts. And I used to look out the window at people walking their dogs in the morning and just generally being carefree, and I thought to myself many, many times, it would be really nice if one day I was on the outside of this train looking in and not. It would be really nice if I weren't on the inside looking out. And at the beginning of 2016, what I would do is I would write in the morning, and then I would go into the office in the afternoon, and then I would go out and play 5 or 6 open mics a week at night. And so I just had this rhythm going. And where I would walk was Arnold Arboretum. And one morning I saw that train, and the night before at an open mic somebody had said, just sort of blurted out, everybody needs a train song. And so I took a shot at it. And now I played this song at the end of my first CD release show. I made my first record with Walt Wilkins. He produced it, and I am grateful to him forever for that. Like, just beyond, there aren't words that can express how grateful I am. And so I played the set, and then people are like, play one more song, which was a very nice thing to have happen. And I played that song, like an early version of it. I played the song I'm about to play. And afterwards, you walked up to me, and you said, I don't know about that song, but your voice is just so great.
Well, you've learned not to listen to me about anything.
But no, it took me 9 years trying to fix this after that, and thinking about what was wrong with No. And I got it. I did. I think I figured it out. And it was just going to sit there. And then Mark Abrams, who's the best songwriter in Texas, and none of you have heard of him, was talking to Lindsay, my wife, who is back there, and she said, he said to her, if you want to know Terry Klein, have him play you his song, That Used to Be My Train. And so that's when that made a record. Yes, 400 tons of steel and rust rumbling down the line, It's a 718 local man. It's making every stop. They're standing in the aisles, checking on the markets, staring at their phones. A woman with the Bible sits and prays. That used to be my trade. Yes, I'd stare out the tempered glass at hemlock, oak, and white pine crammed into the middle seat. Well, that local kept rolling down the line. My tie was tied too tight. I was sweating in my suit. My soul shot up with Novocaine. That used to be my train. I'm not quite sure when it happened or what made up my mind. I said, for the love of all that's good and right, I'm through. I put away my briefcase. It's in a closet gathering dust with the carpet beetles chewing on my suits. Now from the top of Primrose Hill, I can see that loco rolling by. There's a melody that's after me, and words getting gathered up in lines. Some folks might say I'm reckless. I respectfully disagree. I just did something crazy to get sane. That used to be my train. That used to be my train. That used to be my that used to be my train. Thanks.
You know, growing up in the Black Forest of Germany, before I came here, I had to take a couple of detours. I was an electric blues guitar player for several years. I was about this far away from being Eric Clapton. I was in a power trio, and we were really good. We played a lot of gigs. We had one problem, and that the problem was that the drummer and the bass player absolutely fucking hated each other, and that's not good when you're in a trio, and it's, you know. But you know, we had a good thing going, so we decided we were just going to stay together and do this for 15 years till I moved away. which seems crazy now, but that's what we did. This next song is about a guy who gets on a steamboat in Memphis in 1889 and then tries to gamble his way all the way up to Memphis. But it's really not about him. It's really about a guy who plays in a blues band in the Black Forest of Germany. But it's really not about that. It's about the Anyway, this is on my new record that came out in April. It's called Ring a Bellin', and it's a record that is going to be very, very successful commercially because it's about alchemy and Jungian psychology.
Oh yeah,
And
right on.
those things do great in today's
I'd like
market.
to borrow money now.
Yeah. Absolutely. But I had the great pleasure today, we flew here from Nashville today, and we went to the Jungian Center, which is just down the road here, and it was really cool to see that. One of my oldest friends that I met the first night that I was in the United States was a guy called Richard Dobson. I went to the First Towns Van Zandt wake at the Old Quarter in Galveston, and Richard was there, and I didn't know him at the time, but we became best friends and started working together and making records together. And it took me till last year to put the pieces together, but his mother, Mary Eileen Dobson, was studying to be a Jungian analyst just down the road here. And so it was nice to feel that circle come together. Anyway, but this is about a guy with a drummer and a bass player who hate each other. Gonna board the Delta Queen in New Orleans in the Dixie morning dew. She's the finest steamer that you've ever seen. She's headed up to old St. Louis. And I'm a rambling, gambling man from Tennessee. I'm looking for a game of cards, 4 aces and a deck, and one up my sleeve makes the winner not so hard. Roll, Mississippi, roll. Easy money for my pocket and a muddy water for my soul. Roll, Mississippi, roll. I got $100 bill and 300 miles to go. Queen of hearts, you always been my lucky gal. King of diamonds, my best friend. Jack of spades, you know you've been a good old pal up and down the river bend. So, mister, go pull up a chair and sit right down. That seat is hot, the whiskey is strong. We'll play you all the way to Memphis town, or till your greenback dollar's gone. Roll, Mississippi, roll. Easy money for my pocket and a muddy water for my soul. Roll, Mississippi, roll. I got $100 bill and 300 miles to go. I've got $100 bill and 300 miles to go. Let's go.
Well, I'm going to do a request here. It's I don't take that for granted ever. The times, the years you do this to get better, learn how to do it, hoping someone someday will show up. And this year, something reminded me of a thing that I guess I'd forced back into the part of my brain that you don't want to remember things. But in the first year, after quitting my job, I was driving around. It was a rainy night in Louisiana. It was winter. It was dark early. And I pulled up to this place, not even in the either cool part of Louisiana. It was just in the middle, outside of Alexandria. The uninteresting part of the state, the interesting state. And I pulled up in the rain, and the sign outside said dart tournament and Wilt Wilkins. So I don't take these nights for granted. Someone somewhere tonight is taking their first steps, letting go of the hands that have held them, trusting themselves, while someone somewhere tonight is hearing their last rites and hoping with all their might that there's something else. Well, baby, lie down here beside me and let's lie real still and tell me you love me and you always will. Someone somewhere tonight is tasting their first kiss, whispering softly this wish for this night to go on, while someone somewhere is holding on to a bottle, pouring one more and praying that God will get them through till the dawn. Well, babe, lie down here beside me and let's lie real still. Tell me you love me and you always Someone somewhere tonight is stuck in a prison and they're breathing, but they're just barely living behind walls of their own. Someone somewhere tonight just found their own wings some strength, found some meaning in spite of it all. Well, baby, lie down here beside me. Let's lie real still. Tell me you love me, and you always will. You always will. Thanks, y'all.
Wow.
How did the gig go that night?
Oh, that gig was terrible. But you know, it had a full bar, so
Wow.
I could get through anything with that.
So I made records with Walt in 2017. In 2018, like we were in the studio in January of 17, and then May of 2018, which is crazy to me now.
Turnaround. You had a lot of songs.
I did. And then Thomm and I started working with Thomm in the fall of 2021, and we made one in 21, 23, and 25, and I feel most of my conversations with Walt over the last 10 years have been, yeah, I'm doing all right. I just don't feel like I'm writing a whole lot, but I guess I am. So, but the point of me talking about that is that it is immensely special for me to be sitting where I'm sitting right now, between these two incredible people who have been so generous with me, and I'm saying it out loud because that's a big part of gratitude. I am just incredibly grateful to be here in this room. With all of you. So thank you. I think the second or the third time I played this song live was in this room with Jordy Bizon and Matt Harlan. And the room got real quiet. So that was a signal to me that something was right. Well, does the fish feel the knife? That's what she asked me, and I did not know how I should respond. She asked me again, said, Daddy, did you hear me? And the answer that I gave, get it wrong? Yeah, most things seem kind of simple until you poke at them even just a little. Does the fish feel the knife? What happens when we die? Is it kind of like sleeping? Well, she asked me this, and I was at a loss. Driving home from a wake early in the evening, I'd seen her staring up at Jesus on the cross. And you can't say no one knows, not to a girl who's 4 years old. Does the fish feel the knife? You need a license to drive a car, to shoot a buck, to cut a man's hair. Anyone can have a kid. I send you home, good luck, take care. Does the fish feel the knife? Daddy, who's that man? Why's he always on the corner? She asked me as we sat there at the light. A cardboard sign, spare a dime or a quarter. And there's so much in this world that just ain't right. We let folks slip through the cracks. No, I wasn't gonna tell her that. Does the fish feel the knife? You need a license to drive a car, to shoot a buck, to cut a man's hair. Anyone can have a kid. They'll send you home, good luck, take care. Does the fish feel the knife? 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 Thank you.
That's cool. I remember recording that too.
You too.
Funny how that goes. Well, I co-write a lot in Nashville, and some people like it and some people don't like it. I like it quite a bit if it's with the right people. And one of the real good people to write with for me in Nashville is a guy called Adam Wright. And one morning I walked into, it's a little strange, you walk into a building at 10 o'clock and you sit in a room with another adult person, and there's absolutely no promise that what you're going to do is going to be good or make you any money or any of that, but you do it anyway, and you do it at 2 o'clock again. And if you're really crazy, you do it again at 6 o'clock. But I try to not do it that often because it feels too much like real work. But it's a good thing to do. And one day I walked into Adam's office and he said, "Man, I have either the best or the worst idea that I've ever had. You want me to show it to you?" And I said, "Yeah, man, let's hear it." And this is the song we came up with that day, and it's the truest song that I've ever written. Middle-aged women let you know what they think. Middle-aged women know how to drink. Middle-aged women, they know a few things. Oh God, I love middle-aged women. 'Cause middle-aged women have heard all your lines, and middle-aged women age better than wine. Middle-aged women, I got one on my mind. Oh Lord, I love middle-aged women. The young ones are pretty and sometimes they're thinner, but there's something that happens once they've been through the ringer. Their hearts open up, they get deeper and wise. They get those beautiful little fine lines around their eyes. Middle-aged women are tender and strong. Middle-aged women all get up before dawn. Middle-aged women are turning me on. Oh God, I love middle-aged women. 'Cause middle-aged women sure know what to do. And if you don't know yet, brother, they will give you a clue. And middle-aged women are only halfway thinner, but there's something that happens once they've been through the ringer. They come out smarter, tested and tough. They know how to fight and they know how to love. Middle-aged women don't put up with no mess. And middle-aged women are very hard to impress. Middle-aged women are simply the best. Oh God, I love middle-aged women. And middle-aged women will treat you just right. Middle-aged women in the middle of the night. Middle-aged women, where you been all my life? Oh God, I love middle-aged women. Oh Lord, I love middle-aged women. Me and Terry love middle-aged women.
Oh my God, that's great. And true. I was wondering if I might have a beer. Any Pilsner. There's a guy that would usually be here of all the years, last 20 years of playing here. Great guy named Mike Weaver, tall, 6'5", cowboy guy, about 70 in his maybe early 70s, and stand straight as a broom handle. And he handsome guy, starched, cowboy shirts, boots. He always looked great, and he's ended up being a very interesting guy. That took so long. That was so fast. And I like to have a beer when I play. It started when I was 15 in my first band, and so that's at least like 30 years or something. I don't
Did
know.
the drummer and the bass player get along in your band?
Yes.
Or? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, very well. We were all friends. Playing music with people you care about is the greatest joy that I've found.
It's true.
I mean, kids, and true love, of course, yeah, right? Sorry. But Mike Weaver, he was a grunt. He was a soldier in Vietnam, and a thinker and a wonderful guy. I really treasured my times with him. He just moved to Costa Rica, and this place was just getting a little bit heavy for him. That's saying something because he lived through some shit, you know. Hungry wolves at my door. Every night there's one wolf more. I can hear you. Crows all up in my tree. I know you got your eyes on me. I can feel you. And I know you can already taste my bones. I know it's your job not to leave me alone. It's the same game for us all, trying to hold trouble to a draw. There's a snake in the shade playing hard to see. He'd be set for days if he gets hold of me. I'm gonna step lightly. Germs in the water, junk in the air. It's everywhere, and it's looking for a new home. Yeah, I know you can already taste my bones. I know it's your job not to leave me alone. It's the same game for us all, trying to hold trouble to it's a midway walk past the carney's call. You knock down the bottles or you lose it all while you're trying to win that big stuffed bear. Your ex-wife and the tax man and some fire ants too, up on the corner asking me about you, man. You should take the long way home, 'cause I know you can already taste my bones. I know it's your job not to leave me alone. It's the same game for us all, trying to hold trouble to a draw. Trouble, 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 trouble. Mike Weaver.
Last March, Walt and I were at a South by Southwest thing or something like that, and I said to you, "How are you doing?" And you said, "I'm kind of not doing all that great." And I said to you, "Well, hopelessness is going around." And you just went like this at me, and I knew in that moment what I had to do when I got back to the house. So this is on the new record that came out last November, and you know, I'm from both coasts really, but for this job I've driven probably 20,000 miles the first 6 months of the year. You drive a lot around the middle of the country, and you see a lot of things that people on the coasts and even people in Houston don't see. And it gives me a better understanding for why things are the way they are. So this tune's called "Hopelessness is Going Around." Well, my father owned the hardware store on Kansas Avenue. He sold it all from big John Deere's to flathead threaded screws. He had a purple heart and an iron will and pride in all he'd done. He was up and at 'em every day before the rising sun, the rising sun. Then a Sunbelt Black Hat LLC bought up land outside of town. Meeting at the Legion Hall said they wouldn't shut nothing down. Well, that big box from Atlanta in 105,000 square feet, selling half off Chinese sheetrock and keeping prices cheap, prices cheap. Well, 10,000 towns just like us, stripped and left for dead. In our bones we know just how it got this way. Well, they say they're fighting for us, and they say the game is rigged, with their fingers crossed behind their backs and an eye on their 401ks. It's a shame. Yeah, hopelessness is going around. It's a shame. Yeah, hopelessness is going around. It's a shame. Well, Dad held on for a couple of years, and he had to break his lease. The landlord made him sell the house, brought a hero to his knees. Now Dad's in a nursing home, watching right-wing cable news. He likes the way it makes him feel, couldn't care less if it's true, if it's true. Well, all them grifters cashing in on anger and despair, I'd like to think their day is coming soon. They'll be called to answer for the damage that they've done. I know that's just a pipe dream, yes I do. Oh, it's a shame. Yeah, hopelessness is going around, it's a shame. Yeah, hopelessness is going around, it's a shame. Myself, is this just who we've always been? But I don't want to know the answer. 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 It's a shame. Yeah, hopelessness is going around. It's a shame. Oh, hopelessness is going around. It's a shame.
I wrote this next song here with two dear friends of mine. One was a gentleman called Peter Cooper, who was a wonderful guy in Nashville who wrote great songs, and he worked for the Country Music Hall of Fame and wrote some books on country music. And I don't think I knew or know anybody who loved this kind of music more than he did. And he introduced me to a lot of really cool people and made a lot of things happen for me that I couldn't have made happen for myself. And one of the people he introduced me to was a guy called Mac Wiseman, who's a legend of bluegrass music. Mac started playing with Flattened Scruggs in 1948, and then with Bill Monroe in 1951, and then had an incredible solo career after that and did a lot of things. Anyway, Peter introduced me to him, and we made a record with him of old songs that Mac learned during the Depression when he had polio and he was laid up for a whole summer and he was listening to the radio. And his mother would write out the lyrics to the songs that he liked the best, and then he would, as soon as he could sit upright again, he would get his first guitar and he would learn all these songs. So we made a record of those songs, and over the making of this record, Mac told us all these songs about growing up during the Depression. And we approached him at one point and said, Mac, would it be cool if we turned these stories into songs? And Mac really liked that idea, and so Peter and I went over to his house for 11 Sunday afternoons in a row and re-listened to those stories and took notes and turned them into songs with Mac. And then we approached him and said, Mac, should we turn this into a record? And he said, boys, I think I would love that. So we started turning it into a record, but he was almost 90 years old at the time, so it was hard to, he still sang great, but you couldn't really get him in and out of a recording studio that easily. And so we asked we asked some bluegrass people who were profoundly influenced by him if they would come in and sing on his behalf. And they were all more than happy to do that. And so a bunch of really cool people came and sang on this record, Jim Lauderdale and the Isaacs and Sean Kemp and Alison Krauss and also John Prine, who was a big Mac Wiseman fan, and they were good friends. They both kept the Christmas tree up year-round. I don't know if that creates a special bond between men, but it did between Mac and John. But anyway, so John Prine wanted to sing this particular song, and it became the title song of the record, called I Sang the Song. And it's sort of a summary of Mac's life. And Mac passed away 8 years ago. He was 93 years old. And John Prine passed away in 2020, beginning of COVID. He played in Paris. It was his lifelong dream to play a show in Paris, and he got COVID there, and when he came home, he passed away. And then Peter passed away on December 6, 2022. So I'm the last one of the four people that had something to do with bringing the song to life. And when Peter passed away, I sort of made a vow that I was going to play the song at every show that I played to honor those three guys. So this is for Mac Wiseman, for John Prine, and for the great Peter Cooper. This is called I Sang the Song. I could hear the highway call long before the road ran through. Dreams are free and not much else is. What else can a poor boy do? Cali friends and the cliffs of Dover. Name a city, well I've been there. Women laugh and babies crying sound the same most anywhere. I was baptized in the old South River. 3 times forward I've been blessed. Just another young hillbilly. Who would have thought? Who could have guessed? Gordon Lightfoot, A.P. Carter, Mother Mabel, June and John. It ain't bragging if you've done it. Name the tune, I sang the song. And now I'm old, no way to hide it. I wouldn't care to truth be told. Once a man and twice a child, but I got a hand to hold. And I could hear the highway calling long before the road ran through. Dreams are free and not much else is. What else can a poor boy do? Dreams are free, but nothing else is. What else can a poor boy do?
That's beautiful, man. John Prine lived down the street, the first place I lived in Nashville, and he'd go by in that big old convertible all the time. Never met him, but at the Ryman, Merle Haggard played one night. It's all music people, you know. And I was in line to get a beer during the break for the Haggard show, and there was Prine about four places in front of me, and I was like, I got out of line, and I stood right there. So when he got to that place, I could just take 2 steps up and say, Mr. Prine, I'd love to buy your beer. Your work has meant so much to me. Thank you. Ready to do it. Had it all worked out. And I took when it was time, I took a step, and somebody else ran in. And it was like, Mr. Prine, it's an honor to buy you a beer. I was like, I was just always too slow for Nashville, man.
You know, somebody who knew him well told me that he never wanted to know how much money he had. But there was a bank on the way to town from where he lived, and he insisted on having a checking account there that always had $3,000 in it. And that's all he wanted to know, that he had $3,000.
That's great.
There you go.
So many stories about him that tell you he's exactly who you wanted him to be.
Exactly.
He's a great guy. On his last tour, you know, I knew it was his last tour. You get a meal, you know, you get they'll take care of you. You get, at the venues, the theaters where Prime, something like Prime plays, and that whole tour, every meal he just wanted Thanksgiving meal. He wanted turkey dressing and the whole thing. Well, I have no doubt that this song I'm going to play you was inspired by Prime. After saying that, which I hardly ever do, I hope you don't hear the song and go, I don't know, it's not that good, really. I've got a little house on Walnut Street. The nights are quiet, the morning's sweet. Got an old wood floor beneath my feet that somebody's grandfather built. I bet he used to keep his lucky strikes on this windowsill while he planed and worked this wood until he made silk from yellow pine. And I've got a paper that says this house is mine, but it ain't, it belongs to time. And with morning at the window, sometimes I swear the soul knows. And somewhere between what you can and cannot see, that old man is here. The neighbor lady sings all day long. She only stops at night just to start at dawn. I swear she only knows about 3 songs. But I find myself singing too one of her sad old country tunes. It reminds me of an afternoon when I was a kid and it was Saturday. Just me and my dad driving out to the lake. And now he's just so far away. But with morning at the window, sometimes I swear this old room glows. And somewhere between what you can and cannot see, he's right here. My dad is right here. Last night, I dreamed that I could fly. If I held my arms just right, I'd stay treetop high. I may just be a bird sometimes, hanging right above it all. A bird with a sad and lonesome call. Any moment, any moment, any moment, I might fall for you again. And with morning at the window, sometimes I swear this old room glows. Somewhere between what you can and cannot see, you're still here. You're still
always proud of myself, like when I can get through hearing you sing that song without starting to cry. I remember I was with you at Maudie's. Walt has a show at the Saxon pub in Austin every Wednesday night, and for many years he would go to Maudie's, which is a Mexican place across the street, and so sometimes I'd go and hang out with you there, and a giant human being. We're sitting there eating enchiladas, just walks up to the table, and he leans over and he says, "Are you Walt Wilkins?" And Walt said, "Yes, I am." And he said, "I'm a huge fan of yours, and your song Walnut Street is like my favorite song of all." And he said, and I don't know how it came up, and he's like, "Yeah, I used to play tight end for the Chicago Bears." And he shook our hands, and his hands were like the size of literally frying pans. So that song just means a tremendous amount to me. So thank you for playing it. The first song on my new album is a song called "Try," which is I'm going to play right now. And I've been doing this full time for 10 years now. And it's not the easiest job I've ever had in my life. Probably not the hardest, but it's not the easiest. And I go back and forth and tear my hair out and all this sort of stuff. And then last year, in just about exactly a year ago, I went to Thomm's house and made my 5th album. And we recorded "Try." We did 2 versions of it. One with kind of a chill, layback kind of acoustic vibe, and one with a full band and Mike Compton on mandolin. Mike Compton pulled his mandolin out and played a note, and I was like, I know that sound exactly, because Mike Compton was the mandolin player on the "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" soundtrack. And so Mike came in and he recorded his parts, and I drove up to Thomm's house the next morning, and he was mixing it. And I opened the door, and I heard the song coming out at me with the whole band and Mike. And Thomm didn't know it because he was facing his screen, but I started to cry because I was like, I think I did it. Like, I don't care what happens to this album, because I just love this so much. I spent all these years trying to figure out how to write, and I kind of figured that out. I spent all these years trying to figure out how to perform, and I started to figure that out. And I never thought I'd figure out how to make a record that sounded like me. And that was just an extraordinary moment for me, and I'll never forget it. I went up on the mountain, boys, yes I did. I went up on the mountain to pray. There I met an old farmer with a wild-eyed cur. He said, "Son, let me show you the way." He led me up a path that was cut from stone. The cur stuck close by his side. Night fell hard, the world went dark. I was worried that the farmer had lied. Then I heard the song of the river and the stars that filled the sky. I suppose I might do better. Least I could do is try. Least I could do is try. Farmer lit a fire, the cur laid down. We sat there quiet for a while. than the farmeress would have led me here to walk these rough, rocky miles. I told him that I kind of lost my way last year, and walking was all I could think to do. He said, son, we're all lost if we know it or not, which it seemed to me was true. Yes, I heard the song of the river and the stars that filled the sky. I suppose I might do better. Least I could do was try. Least I could do was try for. And I looked around. The cur and the farmer were gone, so I headed off the mountain, boys. Yes, I did. Gonna keep on keeping on. Yes, I heard the song of the river and the stars that filled the sky. I suppose I might do better. Least I could do was try. Least I could do was try. Least I could do was try. Least I could do was try.
Sorry, what? It's been really fun.
Yeah.
It's going fast.
Who's in charge?
I'm sorry, man, but
Well, Alan's in charge. Give it up for Alan on sound. It sounds great so much.
Thank you, brother.
Are you good if Tom plays one more and then we each do one more after that? Or are we done?
Oh, you can do that.
Okay. If that's what you want.
A couple of years ago, a friend of mine recorded something at my studio for a tribute album for Roland White, the brother of Clarence White, and White. And Molly Tuttle played guitar on one song, and then this was 7-8 years ago, I think. Then another guy was invited who had to play on this, who I didn't know. He pulled up in an old beat-up white van, and you could tell that he had just gotten off the road, and he smelled like weed a little bit, but he absolutely played his ass off. And I meant, like, who is this guy? Well, it turns out he was a guy called Billy Strings. And fast forward, we were introduced by somebody and became friends and wrote a couple of songs together, and he was kind enough to record 3 of them on his album Highway Prayers, and one on the record that he's got coming out in August. But mostly he's just a really good dude, and he broke his leg in the same place that I broke my leg a couple of years ago, so we have that in common. I broke it on my right ankle, he broke his left ankle. And I love this guy, and I hope he heals up fast, and this is one of the songs that we wrote together. It's called It Ain't Before. Before the train, before the road, to bring the wheels someday to roll. songs unsung and tales untold before the train, before the road, before the steamboat paddle wheel. How did the mighty river feel? A steady flow and even keel before the steamboat paddle wheel. Before, long before, well, it ain't before no more. Before, long before, it ain't before no more. It ain't before. Before the wagons heading west, before the gold and all the rest, the sun up on the mountain's crest, before the wagons heading west, before the mighty buffalo, wind and water, rain and snow, with silence none of us could know, before the mighty buffalo, before, long before, well, it ain't before no more. Before, long before, no, it ain't before no more. It ain't before. Before I meet my journey's end, I'll try to be an honest friend. I'll see y'all up around the bend before I meet my journey's end. Before, long before, no, it ain't before no more. Before, long before, it ain't before no more. It ain't before.
Thank you. For my last selection, I will do this song. And it is the opposite of the beautiful, fast lyricism of that. This song is for your dog. And my dog, too. Dogs, man. They curl up in your heart and drag you to the park where you get to talk to folks you might not normally talk to. Sometimes till after dark. Dogs, man, they just trust you so much, they'll jump right up in the truck, whether you're going to the hardware store and back or moving across the country. Dogs can change your whole day and the time it takes to lick your face, get up on the couch and drag their big, wet, drizzly head across your bare legs. Dogs will protect you from the squirrels of the world, every squirrel in the world. A burst of rage and fury left over from when they were wolves. Dogs, man. And dogs, man, they'll run straight to the lake when you're screaming, and we don't have time today, Ranger. Get your ass back in the truck. We come. Okay. And they get out and shake and stretch out, smiling in the sun. Dogs, man. I was standing next to my dad. He held a shovel in trembling hands. He was crying like a kid. On that cold morning, we buried Sam. Samantha, Air Force dog, moved almost every year of her life. Dogs, man. Dogs. They teach us this. What is it? Shit. The circle of life. It seems pretty obvious, actually. Because they only get one short life. And we only get one life, so maybe we should run straight into the lake. Get out and shake and stretch out smiling in the sun and wait there on the mystery truck and jump in just to see where it's going. Because, you know, dogs, man. Thanks, y'all. Fun night listening to guys like this, man. Thank you, Terry, for putting it all together.
It's my pleasure. Thank you all for coming. Thank the two of you. Thank you, Thomm, for coming in from Nashville. Walt, for going to do this. It's just, it means a tremendous amount to me. I found out this morning that a song that I wrote with Jackson Emmer that I'm going to play next. I found out this morning that there's a video game developer who's going to use this song in their game. And it's going to be very lucrative for me. It'll pay for about a half of a tank of gas, but it's still, it's not about the money. But that's just a cool thing to wake up to. And yeah, so that was a cool little thing. But the thing is that it's a song about job interviews. And so I was like, why would a video game person use a job interview song? It's because he created a video game that's about job interviews. And so I guess it works. This is the job interview song. So when that's probably how I found it. He went on Spotify and he typed in job interview. And this is what he found. He said, tell me a little bit about yourself. I said, well, first of all, I'm sorry I'm late. Well, what are your interests? Your hobbies and such? I like spreadsheets and 12-hour days. What's your greatest weakness? I said, caring too much. He said, man, I heard that once or twice before. Said I'd be a great addition to your fine operation. I'm just trying to get my foot in the door. I don't want this, but I need it. One day you'll fire me, you let her, I'll quit. I don't want this. said, tell me about this gap here on your resume. I moved to Nashville and right back again. And how do you deal with conflict at work? Well, when it's hairy, man, I just don't come in. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? I'll be a Powerball millionaire. My future avocation is a lack of occupation. I'll be floating down a river somewhere. I don't want this, but I need it. One day you'll fire me, you better I'll quit. I don't want this, but I need it. Oh. Sex, you and I are the same. Pawns in a rich man's game. Well, so I wish we'd quit pretending that I want to be your deputy, regional assistant manager of IT, HRQC. No, sir, not me. I don't want this, but I need it. One day you'll fire me, you better I'll quit. I don't want this, but I need it. Oh. Thanks.
Well, thanks so much. So much fun being back here. Thanks, Walt. Thanks, Terry. Thanks for putting all this together. We'll do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, we're just an hour and a half west if you want to come up to the Bugle Boy tomorrow night.
Yeah.
It's all different songs completely. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's true really, but
Well, if you didn't like any of the songs we played tonight,
We could do
you're
them
going to
all.
be in luck tomorrow.
Or we could try them again on you and see how.
Yeah, maybe play them better. I don't know. We also have CDs for sale, and I have a book out. My new CD has 18 songs on it because I can't get enough of myself, and I also had to make a book about it. And I have this new deal that I thought about, because everybody's talking about tariffs and trade politics and trade deals. I came up with my own trade deal. If you buy a CD of mine and you take it home and you go like, man, I hate this thing, you can send it back to me, and then in return I will send you a CD that I don't like. All right? Anyway, come say hi. This is a song that Tammy and I wrote. The Steel Drivers recorded it. It's called I Choose You. I choose you every day in 100 different ways, and I make the choice to stay. I could hit the open road and run my life away, but I choose you every day. I see lovers all around us giving up and giving in. They decided that it's over before it begins. Is it easier to stay or is it easier to go? I don't have the answer, but here's one thing that I know. I choose you every day in 100 different ways, and I make the choice to stay. I could hit the open road and run my life away, but I choose you every day. People wonder how we made it, how we even came this far. It's a wondrous thing to turn around and see where we are. It's a good thing love forgives, and it's it's a blessing, love is blind. If you ask me how it did it, I'd say one day at a time. I choose you every day in 100 different ways, and I make the choice to stay. I could hit the open road and run my life away, but I choose you every day. I choose you every day in 100 different ways, and I make the choice to stay. I could hit the open road and run my life away, but I choose you every day. I said I could hit the open road and run my life away, but I choose you every day. Thanks a lot. Good night.
That was fun. Y'all were wonderful. Thank you so much. All of you. Thank you.
Bum 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 bum